Hey y'all, happy Saturday. Yes, it's Saturday evening. The time now is 6:59 p.m. I have not been out grinding. What I actually been just doing is the beginning part of the day I was doing things for myself. I knew I wasn't going to be getting out there late to do my normal side gigs. Earlier this morning I received a message from the merchandising reps. So I told you I was doing a side gig, but I didn't get into exactly what I was doing. And the I was doing merchandising. So I'll put the group here. It's merchandising by, I think, survey.com or surveys or something like that. And I've had this app on my phone for a while. I just haven't done anything. But I started doing it in September, and I was getting a feel for it and trying to figure out what was what. So with this group, you can do mystery shops, you can audit and restock, you can do resets. So you're familiar with merchandising, you understand that. So it's a whole bunch of things that you can pick from. There's options where you can do open claims, where you can claim for a particular shop, but you have a time limit. So if you do that, you have to do this particular item within 6 hours. Some of them give you into the next day. Some of them say 6 hours. So that's one thing. And then you, like, reps from the company, when they feel like this particular shop or is like a good match for you, they'll go ahead and they'll send you higher communication. Like, they send me emails and they send me text through my Google Voice number, and they say, hey, we got a shop for you, do you want to take it? Now usually it's a bundle, so you're doing multiple stores. You don't have to do all stores, you can just do one and keep it moving. For this particular day, I decided, because I wasn't going to do anything, I'll go ahead and set all three, because the way the stores were located, I felt like it was worth it. So each store is supposed to be an hour setup, and it's $25 each setup. Okay. Now, I believe there's a travel bonus, so I'll get into that when I break it down, like the app itself. So the first store, based on where the store is located, I knew I was going to go to the furthest store and work my way in. So I went to the furthest store, and the furthest store is about 30 minutes away from me, which is totally fine. I didn't feel like it was an issue, and I honestly didn't feel like it was that far. I wasn't speeding, but it just didn't feel like it was like, oh my goodness, it took me forever. I started around 4 p.m. and I ended shortly before 7. So that's 3 hours. I made $75. So I'll show you here to give you proof that I did stop at 7 p.m., like before 7 p.m., close it out. Another thing is that, okay, I did tell you it's gonna be travel bonus. So that's what I've been doing. I didn't plan on doing anything. I might get out tomorrow. Yeah, more than like I will get out tomorrow, because I gotta look, because I did set up where I said, hey, you need to make X amount of dollars before the next month. So I will go ahead and my lips are dry. I don't have nothing in here for them. I don't know why my purse always don't have what I need. Whatever. So I will go ahead and see if I need to get out and what I need to do tomorrow. So the next clip you'll see me talking, I'm going to show you clips of me actually doing a shop and what it was telling me to do. And then I'm going to talk a little bit more about the app. And then I'm going to talk about some things I've seen with Instacart that I talked about on my last week's side gig. I'm going to go ahead and tell you what I was talking about. And then if I could get back out, you'll see Sunday footage. So in between time, peace out. Okay, so this was a price strip reset. So what I'm doing is I enter the store, and then I take pictures of how the shelf currently looks, following the diagram that shows me which photo to take first, and then which photo to take last. After that, I am to engage a manager or a store employee to let them know, introduce myself and let them know why I'm there. I actually was doing this way before, like when I entered the store, I went ahead and did that just in case I didn't want to make anyone nervous with me actually taking pictures, because this wasn't like a mystery audit. And so after I told them what I was there for, I showed them exactly what I was looking for in order to do the price strip reset, because Frito-Lay did go up on their prices of their chips. They needed for someone to come update the shelving. With this particular store, they were remodeling, and he stated that he didn't see it in the current vendor section where they have stuff. He had been doing a couple things from that section and didn't see it, and they are currently going to be remodeling, so he feels that it may just be set in the back awaiting for the changes before they have someone come in to make changes. So I went ahead and indicated that, because I didn't speak directly to a manager. I spoke to a lead sales associate, and it was quite pleasant. He understood why I was there and what I was doing, so it wasn't something new to them. And so after I finished with that and indicated that there was no price strips for me to actually make the change, then the next step was I had to remove the current price strips, because regardless of if they are able to find them or not, the price of the products have changed. So they don't want these stores to mislead the customers. So I went ahead and it indicated removing. And so this time that you're seeing this lapse is me actually pulling those strips off one by one. And then when I'm finished with that, they want to show proof that you're doing exactly, what you say you're doing, because it's pointless for you to pretend you're doing something, because you will see when I go through the other clips that this is an ongoing project, which means they'll have someone to constantly keep going in until the company is satisfied with how well we're doing the job. So I was removing the strips from left to right like I was doing the pictures, not because they told me to. It was just easier for me to do that and remember that I was doing that. And then after I was done with that, I went forward and went ahead and I start to indicate that I did remove them. And then I took pictures of the site. So you want to make sure you're doing that. Now, a heads up is that you're taking pictures in this app, so it's not being attached to your phone. So if you feel like there may be some type of issue, take the pictures outside of your phone, outside of the app as well, so you have proof that you did what you did, because they can go back and put this back up because they may think that you're not supposed to do it. So right now, like I said, I'm taking pictures showing that the strips are gone, and you can see from the beginning they're gone. The next step is I have to locate the cart. So along with the inline shelving, there is a cart of products. And so it indicates how you should look. And that's what I like about this app. It shows you what you're supposed to be looking for. And it's accurate. It's not fake. They're updating it all the time, so you can see exactly what you're supposed to look fine. And so I'm walking around looking for the cart. I didn't find the cart in the store, so I indicate there was no cart. And if there's no cart, there's no price strip for me to actually see it. Now, like I said, that because they're doing remodeling, it could be start moving stuff out of the way and in the back. And then when the store reopens after the remodel, that stuff may reappear. I just go ahead and I indicate all of this information. And then when I'm done with entering this information and letting them know the store is set to be remodeled, and I give them the exact date so they can have a heads up of this information, I then take my one last picture of the aisle to show them that I was there and that I did exactly what I said I was going to do. And I walk over and I actually hand the strips, and you can see I'm going to just sit them on a counter. I alert the clerk that I was doing that, and then they can do with them as they please. Throw them away. I don't know what they do after. It doesn't give me instructions to take them with me. So then I leave the store, and then for a last good measure, I always take a picture of something that indicates anything that has something to do with the CDC guidelines. And then Ronnie was outside, so I, said bye to him and then just let him know that I'm gone. After you complete the project, then you have to upload it. So I'm just showing you that process and how long it's going to take. So now this is the Merchandiser by Survey.com app. And as you can see, when you open it up, it opens up to projects. But right now it's showing you the offered routes. So these were the two projects that they sent to me via email or text to see if I can complete them for them. But I wasn't interested in those two. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to filter through to just all projects so you can see exactly how it looks. These are all the projects that's being offered. The first section is the instantly claim and go section. There's 21 projects. It tells you exactly what the project is, how long it's going to take, and then what you're going to get paid. The ones that you see with the plus symbol means there's the opportunity to earn more money. Usually that's because you're restocking or you're setting up a display and they'll pay you for that. Other times, sometimes it's for travel if you're going through multiple stores. So with the instantly claim and go, those are on a time. So if you accept one of them, you have to complete it within 6 hours. There's very important for you to read the instruction. Like this one here for it's a cooler audit measurements at Walgreens. You have to bring a 12 feet measuring tape in order for you to measure the cooler. So you need to pay attention to little things like that because you don't want to leave without that. Other audits require you to print sales sheets and letter or authorizations. If you're doing an audit that requires you to restock out of stock and low stock items on the main set. For this particular project, you see it has a plus. So $7.50 per visit. It should take you less than 30 minutes. And I believe you're going to get like $3, probably $3 for this bonus. Yeah, $3 if you successfully set up the Bona shelf display during your visit. A lot of these brands are known brands, as well as you're going into known stores. Now, there's a few of them you like, oh no, I'm not going to that one. Like they're like gas stations and stuff, and it's not like the popular gas stations. I'm like, I know that's not in, anywhere close as in Whoville. So now I'm just going through showing you exactly the different stores. If the store is available, you can click on claim. But if the store is not available for you to actually accept or do a project, you can join a wait list because things can happen. A person can decline it, the person or can't do it, or it can be removed from them. So if you feel like you really want to do it, go ahead and you can add yourself to the wait list. So I'm just showing you like different things that you can do. There's always like, this is the IGA store assessment, and it tells you specifically you cannot do this outside of Monday through Friday between 8 a.m. and 7 p.m. It tells you exactly what is expected for you to do. This is $15 per visit, and it's not an plus symbol, so there's no bonus to doing this. So what I do is IGA is not a store that's near me. So I knew I wouldn't do that because it's not going to pay you for travel. I'm not going there. And as you can see, they're in South Carolina, some in North Carolina, but still there is a distance. You can do audits, resets. You can do setups. You can do cut-ins, things like that. The next section is merchandise, and that's where you actually go in and you are either taking photos and or audit and doing representation. For this one, you're going to be taking pictures, but they want you to do it discreetly, which means that they are doing not particularly the store. Sometimes the store sets it up. So they want to make sure the store is putting their products out or what products they're putting out. And then other times it's the company sending out because their representative was supposed to do something and they want to make sure based on sale if it's being done. So as you can see, all the stores available to do that. And I was just scrolling through to see if my favorite Dollar Generals were listed. And as you can see, when you do these, you have to request prior to being approved. So now the next section you have after merchandising is the shipment required section. This is where shipments are either sent to you or to the store. And these, again, require that you request them and be approved for them. So you can't start these projects unless you have the product. So it's telling you that, and then it's telling you exactly what you're doing. For this particular product, you have to restock any inventory or out of stock items. And there's a $5 bonus if you bring from the back room to the floor a SKU not found on the shelves. So that is awesome with opportunity. And again, it's the same thing. I like doing this one because it allows for me to be able to more flexibility, and then I am doing something different going into the stores. So again, I'm just going through, seeing what's going on, seeing if it's something worth doing. And now I'm going to go to the last section, which is surveys. So you have opportunity to do different surveys. And then the last section is messages, where you can find out FAQs or reach out to your group. Now I wanted to show you the menu section. So we already talked about projects. We already explained how you claim projects. Then other times is they do send it to you to see if you're willing to do things. If you accept a project, it usually loads onto your calendar, and then you can see exactly the date. You can see if the items have been completed and how much you get paid. This is the upload section. Like I talked about it briefly, that just tells you items that need to be uploaded. This again is the Learning Center, and it just says FAQs, and then messages like the sent of articles from the company that they want you to review. As you can see, I have a few unread ones, and it's just guidelines to help you. Then if there's any archive projects you have see here, and you can archive them, as well as messages, as well as any special offers. This is where you will see that information for special offers. Like I stated before, and I didn't accept none of these. I'm not going that far. No. So then the next section, you have my account and settings. I'm not going to click on any of those because it has personal information. But of course, messages is messages between you and reps of the company. You have a section where you can refer a friend, your profile information, assignment history, and payment center. That's the next section we're going to go to. So the payment center is very important. When I first started, you had the opportunity to set up your PayPal, but now they actually contract with OpenForce. OpenForce is a little bit different. And so my lifetime earnings showed $215 and some change. And this is what September showed of what I've done. When October is done, then I'll be able to see what I did in October. But this has been for a lifetime of 12 assignments. You have other two sections: available for payment and pending approval. The available for payment is when you have met the threshold of $5, you can request. If you have not, it will sit there. That $4.81 is a loyalty commission from survey.com. I'll explain about that in just a bit. The next is the pending approval. So I actually earned $90 for those projects. 3 visits to each store was $25 each. And then it was a bonus from survey.com, and that was for travel, and that was for $15. So for 3 hours, I earned $90. Now let's talk about more about the loyalty commission, because at first it was kind of confusing, and I was like, I don't understand it. But basically what's happening is Survey is offsetting the costs that we are charged by OpenForce to process our payment and cover our accidental insurance. So what they're doing is each month they give merchandiser a loyalty commission that equals to 4% of the amount of money that they requested the month prior through OpenForce. So what that means is that $4.81 is 4% of what I requested in September. And that's supposed to help balance off the following month. So when you go in and you say, hey, I'm requesting this, it should balance it where it's not like you're losing out, if that makes any sense. I know at one point they said it was like a cap somewhere, but I didn't see that when I was looking here or looking at this information, which is totally fine. I do like that it's always automatically, if it's over $5, they're automatically going to go into the request. If it's less than $5, it sits there, and that's why mine's sitting there, because it's $4.81. But when my projects are approved, then I will, of course, retrieve that $4.81 to offset the cost. Okay, because OpenForce does charge you a fee when you request the money, and I'll show you a picture of that, of the amount that I earned and the amount that they charge. All right, so let me go ahead and I'm going to close out this portion. I'm going to just show you that quick picture and we're going to talk about Instacart. Okay, so when you log into OpenForce, it shows you your settlements. That's what they refer to the payment says. So for September, I had two, one on September 20th and one on September 28th. The total commission was $120.34. That's how much I actually earned. They deducted $3.49 and it actually paid me $116.85. Let's go ahead and deeper so you can see exactly what I actually made versus the charge. So for the commission on September 28th, what they actually deposited in the account was $42.72. What I actually made was $44. They deducted the occupational accidental insurance of 55 cents. And then an OpenForce program fee, which is 73 cents. So that $1.28 from 44 left me with $42.72. And so that's where Survey is getting their numbers from. So there always has been issues with receipts in Instacart. There has been scams that have come from this, getting these emails stating that you took a picture of the wrong receipt when you know you didn't, and then have you click on things. But now to avoid that, there is a new process for how you check out with receipts with Instacart. So you have to click on Start Receipts, and then you capture as many receipts as you can for customer A, and you cannot move to customer B because you see it's not highlighted, so you can't move until you have captured all of customer A, and then you move to customer B. This should help avoid the issues that we had in the past with the system saying that we captured the wrong receipt. So the next thing after is that customers get electronic receipts. So there's no reason that they should receive the paper receipt. So to ensure that we're following directions, now you have to say to Instacart, I did keep the paper receipt. And they're asking that you keep this paper receipt for 2 weeks, but I know some people will keep them for a month. And so it's all up to you what you choose to do. In the end, you have to confirm you kept the receipt by toggling over to the accept button. So I just wanted to show you something new that I found with Instacart. Hope this helps.